Married men never truly tell the truth to people who they don't know, or just passerbys, or people that they work with, or sometimes colleagues. And I'm going to tell you what they lie about most times. Okay? So you see the title there, so I don't have to give you any full introduction. And as we speak, I may or may not get my soundboard together, but I'm going to try to make it short and very decent for you. And why am I talking about married men? Well, I noticed the direction in which the country is going and the future is going, right? And I'm not saying women can't be leaders. There are women who are leaders, okay? Not to exclude you. So this has nothing to do with misogyny, misogyny, and it has nothing to do with trying to consider men to be more superior than women. All right, you heard it here. So it has nothing to do with bias or any sort of prejudice. I hold men to a certain standard, to a certain responsibility, because they're men. And it's not to, what do you call that? Put them down. No, it's an expectation. And so that's why this discussion is important. This is why it's vital. Because I often hear men make excuses about how this new world is operating. They make excuses when they have to work longer than 8 hours or 9 hours a day. They make excuses for not having time for themselves, not having peace, not having a regulated regiment which is suitable for their personal life, such as traveling, such as focusing on their hobbies, or simply having more time to themselves. But I want to ask a question to common men today, men who have a mind on your shoulder, well, a head on your shoulders, and you're not thinking with your feelings. What is it that you want? Do you want to be, and here's the word I toss around on purpose, a slave? Do you want to be a slave, or do you want to be a leader? Do you want to be the caboose of a train, or do you want to be the train and the train engine that's up in the front? I do a lot of very deep analysis on the psyche of the common male. Of course, you know me, Morpheus, right? This is what I do. And I noticed that there is a big distinguishing factor between men who, let's just say men who live alone, men who have their own apartment, they have their own house, and they may or may not be a business owner, versus the married man. And not only the married man, but the man who's in a long-term relationship, in a monogamous relationship. Now, I know you're going to begin to say, well, aren't you, Morpheus, don't you have 3 companions that you are with all the time? And how can you sit here and say anything about men who are married or in a relationship and you have 3 of those jokers with you? Okay? And let me make it clear, like I told you before, the reason why I am who I am, that's what makes them attracted to me. Okay? Because of my standards, because I am Leon C, aka Morpheus, because of what I stand for, because of what I do, because of my principles. That's what attracted them to me. These girls are unique. They are considered as the unicorn. I don't have the trouble as a monogamous man, of course. I don't have an issue as a common American married man in a monogamous, so-called monogamous, one-nighted relationship. I don't have your issues. I don't have your problems, nor do I have your failures. It's not tripled by 3. It is not. It's actually easier. It's actually a bit more fun. And for me, it's actually better. And I know what you're thinking, not because it's 3 girls. So change your mind, get your mind out of the gutter. You know, that's just the bonus. That's all that is icing on the cake, even though most people just go for the icing. No. What I mean is, it accents the type of man that I am. They uplift the type of man that I am. They support the type of man that I am. They bring value to my existence because of who I am. So this is how I can discuss the men who are in a monogamous, one-itis relationship with one woman and a man who's married in the house, because most times get out of your feelings, because I'm going to say some things you're going to be uncomfortable about. Now we're going to get into the man circle here. If you don't want to listen to what I got to say, disappear. Half of you are not responding anyway. Most of you aren't contributing as you should anyway, so you're practically useless. You just want free content. You want to come over here and listen, but you don't want to support. And when things start getting rough in the future, when you have questions in the future, when you start encountering these real life conditions that I explained to you, then you want to ask the question like a dummy, why? Only an idiot would do something like that. And there's plenty of them, and they are born every day. I'm not calling a child an idiot. What I'm saying is the individual themselves, by being ignorant to the information that's available for you. See, married men are men who made a commitment to this one-itis issue with one woman. This broken traditional lifestyle is almost like putting all your eggs in one basket and expect for it to last. Putting all your life right there. And then here comes the struggle. Now, if you want some evidence, let's go ahead and talk about the evidence. Why is there a divorce? Period. Stop right there. Stop. Pause. I know what you're going to say. Well, because there's various reasons, Professor Morpheus, because of this, and because, you know, maybe he was an alcoholic, maybe there was abuse, maybe. All right. Okay. Do me a favor and shut up and listen. Because I'm going to step on your feet. And I know you got very small feet. Because you sound like it. Let's say I have 5 cars in my garage. Listen. Let's say I have 5 cars in my garage. 5. Okay? 5 of them. When one car breaks down, is it the end of my available chances of transportation? Think, bozo. Think for a second. When 2 cars fail, is it the end of my transportation possibilities? And you can even say 3, 4, and 5, but, you know, by the time I get down to the last car, guess what? By the time I get down to my last automobile to drive, after the other 4 is in the shop or in getting maintenance done on them from a mechanic, most likely myself or someone who I can trust, because I work on my own cars. Okay? I do my own work because I don't trust nobody. I don't. I'm not calling out no names, but I'm going to put it out there. I heard these quick oil shops that you go to for $24 or $30 quick oil change. I've seen horror stories where they will claim they change your oil, There's two things well, there's three things. There's several other things. I'm just going to go up to the basics. They will claim they changed your oil, but yet you still have either old oil in it or the same oil that's been in your car, or they give you oil that's somewhat clean from some other place that you don't know where. And another thing that they will do, they will forget to put the oil back in your goddamn car. I've seen that happen several times. There was a lady who didn't know much about cars, obviously. Go figure. You know, no Sherlock. Yeah. It took me forever to figure that one out. Didn't know anything about the dipstick, apparently. Nor how many quarts of oil that she needed or what type of oil. All she did was go to the quick oil stop on the corner of a street. Okay, and get this oil change. So she jumped in her vehicle after being promised that her oil was changed, and she drive on the highway, and yeah, you know what she heard? And a bunch of smoke, and there she was on the highway. She couldn't fathom what had happened. In her mind, it was practically impossible. Like, how did this happen? What? I just got it changed. I just got the oil changed, and they checked it, and it said everything was fine. Come to find out, after the engine cooled down and the hood was up and everything, one of the responders out there, by instinct, just pulled out the dipstick that was barely sticking out anyway. And yes, people, yes, you know the rest. You know the rest. Yes, I just told you. No oil was in it. None. I've seen cars where you take it to a mechanic and they are supposed to, they have engine mounts on your engine. I told you I'm all about it. Anyhow, and I've seen bolts missing on an engine mount, which could damage the transmission and the linkages. I've seen some of the fillers that they put in your engine to stop leaking that will be stuck in your radiator or your engine. I've seen some wild things in my time. I don't trust anybody to put your hands on my vehicle. And let's go even further since we're on this beat. Let me go ahead and talk about it before I get back to this married men situation. Okay? Since we're on this, I'm going to get back to the 5 cars. I haven't forgot about multiple wives versus or multiple companions again versus you having one-itis, okay? I'm not promoting this. I'm just being honest with you, okay? Now, I've seen mechanics that will drive your car, okay? Not like you would drive your car. What I mean is this. You drive your car a certain way at a certain speed, and you turn the corners a certain way, and you press your brakes a certain way. Okay, there are some mechanics, and I'm not saying no names. I'm not pointing out anybody. I'm just telling you that will get in your car and do the most. Do the most. You know, press on the brakes too hard. All of a sudden accelerate like you don't accelerate usually. You know, turn the corner real sharp. You know, go down a back alley and something like that to check out your struts and your shocks. Then bring it back to you and say, well, you know, you got a missing bolt down here. Look like you got some rattling going on, and you got a leakage over here in the transmission, and you know, this is kind of pucking over here, and you're not, you know, your spark plugs not really sparking like they used to. But it wasn't doing that before you sent the car to him. What it was, he was too rough with it. What it was, he was too heavy with it when he test driven your car. Now, technically, that's not a bad thing, because it's good to find out what would happen if you needed to accelerate or decelerate in a short amount of time. And yeah, there are kinks that sometimes when you are at high performance, you're able to realize it. For example, if your stamina is low, when you go to a dojo to do martial arts, are you doing ballet or you do gymnastics or something, and you haven't done it in 2 weeks or 3 months or a year, you're going to tell that you're kind of offbeat, that something's wrong. You need to change your diet, get back in there, and get back in tune. We know that. Okay, so taking the car for a test drive and see what it do isn't all that much a bad thing, okay, because you have to see what's wrong with it. But I'm not giving them a pass on this, because you may not want to fix that rattling. You may not want to do a lot to that transmission just yet, because you just might want to sell the car. Now, you just want to get the engine, whatever the issue is, done, and then get in the car and wait until everything else fall apart later. You may not want to drive this car at high performance. You may not want to get everything done on it. But you don't realize is that, yeah, you may not want that, but they want your money. So it'd be easier to find out all these kinks, nicks, knacks, and problems so they can get a higher bill out of you. That way they can come to you and tell you, you know, there's 10 or 12 things wrong with your car. You're like, wait a minute. Wait, Joe with the big nose. Listen. I didn't come to your shop for a alignment, spark plug change. I didn't come to your struts adjustment. I did not come to your shop for a new muffler. I didn't come here so you can change my transmission fluid. What do you do? What are you talking about? My ECM is messed. What, my ECM mass flow is conking out every now and then. I didn't ask for that, man. I understand. Oh, you need your air filter is kind of crooked. Like, yeah, dude, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You know, when I turn the steering wheel, there's a clinking and it start whining a little bit, man. You change the linkage of that too, and you know that's gonna cost you like $797. You're like, wait, dude. Then he come up to you some more and say, you know, if you could, I'm gonna go ahead and print out a list of these things, and you know, it's going to come up to like $12,000, give or take. You know, if you want to do it, you know, here's the list to let you know. And guess what? Call me. Hey, I'm your guy. After I change your oil, or allegedly change your oil. Y'all don't get it. So in my line of life, I say not line of work, life, I don't trust anybody with anything. I don't. I do it myself. My house, my yard, my technology, my computers, my cameras around that. No. I don't know. Leave me alone. As a matter of fact, you don't want to come and touch my stuff, because I'm gonna be looking at you. I'm gonna be staring right at. I know you may not like it. I know you got a job to do, and you say, well, why pay him to do the job if you don't trust him to do it? And you know, leave him alone. You know, let him go ahead and do your plumbing, or he's there to fix your wooden floor. You know, all right? No. I know human beings do some dumb shh. No. I'm not going to go through the court system and all this red tape and trying to, you know, figure out how this got broken and how come this wasn't done right this way. No, I want to see it firsthand. I don't play that. I told you before, I'm at zero tolerance. When I mean zero, I mean I'm done. I'm finished. Yeah, I may hire you to do something, but I'll be standing there just like the Indian chief with my arms crossed. You're getting paid to do it. Be happy, but don't flinch. And just like lions and animals in the field, if I smell fear, you're out of here. You're done. You're finished. Too many of you just let people, y'all, let me stop. Let me quit. I understand there's some things that you can't do, and you need to leave it to the professionals. I understand. Let them do their job. And it's not all car places. It's not all mechanic. There are some good people. I'm not trying to douse them, because I'm a mechanic myself. I get it, right? But for the majority of them who are most vulnerable, which most times, and it's true, women don't know where the dipstick is, have no idea what oil is, where it goes. What's this funnel for? This funnel is supposed to go down here in this hole. Why am I going to put this funnel in the hole? Ma'am, ma'am, you put the funnel inside of the hole where the dipstick is for some cars, or if you got one of the conventional new modern cars, there's going to be a cap on top that tells you what you need to have for your automobile. So you put the funnel in that area. Yeah, there are some cars where you can put it where the dipstick is. Depends on what type of brand it is. I've seen plenty of those. And those are like the older models. So yes, they exist. Those little, the spout sticks completely up out of the engine. So it tells you, hey, here, right here. But anyhow, and I say, you know, you got to put the funnel there right here where the cap says, and, you know, you got to be able to cover it and make sure. Why am I going to do that? Ma'am, because you're going to put oil on the engine. Well, is it going to be okay? Is the engine going to blow up if I put oil on it? Pause. 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 Then don't get it twisted. There are some women who try to play stupid too. So we're not going to go that route. There's some women who will stand there and let her husband and boyfriend do everything for her. She know full goddamn well she know how to change the tires. She know exactly how many quarts of oil she needs. She's been changing it for, you know, a couple of years now. Okay, she know where the fill line is. She knows what it is, but she just want him to do all the work. And he's the blue pill dummy to do it. Dummy. Anyhow, getting back on the subject here. So before I get down to the last car that I have, right? The other two is they're going to be fixed. Therefore, I'm back to my 5 cars eventually. Like a rotation. You do that in fleets. It's like that when you have a company or a corporation, when you have a fleet of 50 trucks, you're going to fix the one that's top priority, but you're going to go down the list. If one break, that's okay. By the time the other one breaks down, you have another one that just came out of the shop. Right? So you're always with one. So, divorce. Uh-oh. The divorce. The breakage of this American, you can say westernized modern, because it's not just American. I say that because it's the most atrocious over there. Anyhow, the disparity of relationships and men having a scarcity mindset that he can only be with one girl. He should only be with one girl. And he's going to put all his hope, love, dream, consciousness, foundation, energy, his meat, you know, that's money, energy, attention, and time on this one woman who will eventually, at an 80% rate, say, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm just not happy because I don't want to be with you no more. I want to get back out there and do my thing. I want to meet all the men who's been DMing me and calling me in the middle of the night. That's just what I want to do. But whose fault is it but the dude's fault? Yeah, I said it. Because how are you without, again, 5 cars? What sense would it make for me to have 5 cars and I'm taking an Uber or a bus? Now, if I'm trying to save fuel, I get that. If I just want to do that, I get that. If it's a long travel where you got to get on the airplane, yeah, I'm not going to be driving. But if I'm around town and every other place where I need to go and commute, why am I without a car? Why is all 5 cars out of commission? When you put all your eggs in one basket, you, young man, you are out of commission. Your mind is out of commission. Your bank account is out of commission. Your heart is out of commission. Your next 18 years, if you got her pregnant, is out of commission. Dummy. Your later on is out of commission. There's something else that's out of commission that we're going to talk about too, that married men lie about. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and get to it. I had a conversation with the married, and I do my research, ladies and gentlemen. I do. And I purposely have conversation with people because I want you to know. I share with you what I know. So therefore, I put it like this. When I am not making an audio for you, I'm actually walking around taking notes every day, all the time, doing study. I'm watching people and I'm having conversation for your sake. Like I told you before, so if you think this is easy, if you think that I'm just sitting behind a microphone and I'm just talking BS, you're stupid. Yeah, I said it. You're mindless and you're disrespectful. As a matter of fact, that's a complete disrespect. Oh, you know, Leon C. Murphy, all you do is just talk BS. That's all you know how to do because you're behind a microphone. Nobody can see your face and you're just a coward. You ain't no alpha. Oh, you're ridiculous. That is, listen, that is very disrespectful because I suffer for your ass. Do you not understand? I go out here and I dig up some stuff to save you or to help you that you can open up your mind or use it to help you. If it don't apply to you, like makeup and lip gloss and lipstick, take your ass somewhere else. If you can't fit the pennies, dude, wear some boxers. Or, better yet, go in a hen house and go ahead and lay you some eggs. That's what you can do. Because sometimes we can be so self-absorbed and selfish where we don't even understand or want to comprehend when others are trying to do good for us. But yeah, you want to go by face value. As a matter of fact, I got something else for you. You want to play that? I'll take the effing gloves off. I don't give, no. You're so passive and so ridiculous in your own mindset and perception where you, Mickey Mouse looking ass, got to be entertained. You got to be entertained. I told you when I first start making these audios, since you want to go there, we can go there. We can go there. I told you I have no issue with dousing you, putting your ass on the fire. I have no issue with it. You are so mindless in your own self. You don't realize that you fell into my trap as a professor here in the Academy of Wow Men. Because I told you in the beginning, these audios, they're for people who want to learn. They're not here to entertain you. I have no issue with other podcasts or YouTube or other channels that want to give you something to look at for an hour or 2 hours. That's fine. That's what they do, and they're good at what they do. It's almost like looking at a miniature television. You entertaining yourself. Over here, we are adults. We're not. This is not called the Academy of Wow Men for nothing. And I'm not called Morpheus for nothing. Not even Alpha for nothing. Because I cater to the elites, people who got a life, people who are doing something with themselves, where you don't have time to sit there and stare at a screen for an hour and a half. Now, let me give you an example of what I mean. Let me tell you something. Let me go ahead. Let me tell you something. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Right? Look. Imagine, let's go for example, imagine a woman in the kitchen. And she's washing dishes and she's cooking. Okay? And she listens to podcasts and YouTube and whatever else that's on there, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, right? Whatever's available. And she got this thing sitting up on the counter so she can watch and listen and watch and listen. Now, what happens is, if they are showing things, she wants to see people talking and whatever that they're broadcasting and whatever the conversation is, every now and then she's going to have to stop what she's doing to look over there. And it's irritating. And then here comes the commercial in between while she's trying to get her information. So out of an hour and 20 minutes, every now and then she got a glimpse over there. She got to stand and watch. She's distracted. She done wasted about, an hour, 20 minutes. I'm saying maybe 30, or I would say 20, 25 minutes trying to stare at the screen. Especially being entertained. Like, oh, this is cool. Like, yo, that person's talking. They're advertising that. I get it. So she don't know that, or he, that you're distracting yourself. It's a problem sometimes. I know it. I did it myself. That's why I created this audio for you. I know how much of an issue it is. So I generated this so you can keep on moving and hear me. That's why. You can keep on cooking. She can keep cooking. She can mop the floor. She can do everything in the house, and the radio is just there. She don't have to stop and keep looking. I'm not going to say, hey, look at this. Look, look at this over here. I'm showing you that. Look, look, look. And she got to stop what she's doing and turn around and look, and she's on the ladder trying to clean the dust off of the top of the ceiling. Or you outside trying to clean the gutters and you got this in your earbuds or something like that. You got to stop and look at your cell phone to see what I'm trying to show you. Who the hell got time for that BS? Who? Unless you just, what I say, lifeless, want to be entertained. That means you ain't doing nothing for an hour and 20 minutes. You got to sit there and watch something. I'm promoting you. I'm condoning you. I'm supporting you to be active. You go to the gym, you can pump iron and listen. You got me? Because it is valid for you and it is essential, because now you're not being entertained. You're learning something. You're hearing something that could be beneficial for you, or maybe others, if you're at work. There's plenty of podcasts and YouTube channels that try to do that, but you still find yourself wanting to look at the screen, and you know it. I've done it. You know full well when you hear people talking and there's an argument or there's something going on that screen, you know you're going to want to lift the screen up and watch it and see. It's just human nature and interactiveness. You can't help it. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to show you something. Do you got me, or do I have to repeat myself again? Or you may be a sloth. If you are, you know you don't belong here. Now, getting back to married men, and I'm going to cut this audio short, as I told you before, I told you a few minutes ago. Married men have this thing called, it's almost like a programmed response. And their response is always calculated. Now, the gentleman I just spoken to recently, I ask questions for a reason. Now, you have to understand, when I ask you a question, I'm not trying to get in your personal business. No, I'm asking you a question because I can identify who you are, so I can respect you at the level of what you want to be respected. That way I know where we can deal with each other. That's just like when you go to a job site, they give you a test sometimes, or when you go to school, they got these I-step tests. I think it used to be I-step tests, but there's other tests that they got now which tests your ability to deal with the arithmetic or whatever that they have on their roster, right? You're tested. Or when you're being evaluated to be chosen or to be a top pick of whatever is being done at that time, to know where you stand. You're being tested to know what kind of rocks and stone, which they're the same thing, of course, that you're made out of. Are you just made out of concrete? Are you made out of sand? Are you made out of milk? Are you made out of chocolate? Are you just made out of grass? Whatever it is, you're tested to do so. So usually I'll ask a married man, hey, what do you believe in? Yeah, his language. I got to speak his childish language. What do you believe in? What type of religious background do you have? Do you believe in God? How long you been married? And where did you get married? When you get married? How do you think about her? What do you think about the future? What do you think about what's going on in the world? And I find out, ladies and gentlemen, their response is a robotic response. And of course, again, like I said, they're liars, right? Men, just like women, put on a face. I mean, I get it. It's your business. But there's something else that comes behind that dictates it. Like a woman may say, yeah, I never had a one-night stand, and I've been faithful and committed in my relationship for 13 years, and she's lying. She'll tell you that she didn't lose her virginity till she was age 20. She never went out to a party, or she always was committed to answering her dates back. She never flaked. I mean, she'll tell you all these things, but yet her actions would tell you something totally differently. She's on OnlyFans. She's a sugar baby. She's on sugar sites. She's never in a committed relationship. She got tattoos from the bottom of her leg to the top of her shoulders and her neck. Everything's pierced. I mean, everything is pierced. You're like, no, there's no way. There is no way that you are 30 years old and you're a virgin. No way, Mel. No. But I get it. You want to put a facade, I call it a facade for the world to see. Married men have a thing called a delusion of self. What they do is they'll say that they have peace at home. They'll say that everything is perfect. They'll say, well, you know, God is my leader and the power of utmost high. May God guide me in the right direction. They'll say the same program response that the churches want them to say. They'll say the same program response that their wives tell them, everything's just fine. Yeah, we'll be married. Got an anniversary coming up next week. Yeah, man, I got I got a car in the garage that I'm working on, which is a project car, and I got stuff in the backyard that I'm doing. I'm sitting down and I'm relaxing. Everything's just fine. And when I have a conversation with my girls, my companions, and we sit down, we talk about these things, they know just as much as I know. They're dangerous. They know a lot about the R pill, red pill. They know about MGTOW. They're not stupid girls. Nor have, they're unique. What can I say? And so when we're talking, it's automatically, yeah, he's lying. There's no way. Even, it's amazing that you would think that three girls would be like, oh my God, it's just like, oh, he is living a perfect life because he has like one woman and he might be right. Look at all three of us. You would think that, but they know that these men are, for one, they only get what they can get. They don't get what they want. Yeah, pause on that one. And they limit themselves. And how can they have time and space for themselves? Because eventually the women that they are with will change their world. There's something that Tom Leykis said, and I'm going to say it a little differently, respects to the godfather of the red pill, Tom Leykis. He said, what'll happen is when you bring a woman into your world, traditionally like that, into a marriage or a one-on-one monogamous relationship, she'll begin to change you. You know, your house look like a man cave, and you have maybe swimsuit issue models on the wall, and you got trophies, and maybe your motorcycle is, in the garage where the door is open and you can smell the gasoline, or, maybe some of the dishes are haphazard. Your shoes are put in different areas, and it looks like a man cave. A man lives in his house, and there's no woman around. There's no flowers in the corner. There's not a lot of woman things, and there may be a dog in the house that's just around. But when she comes in, she starts changing things. She starts changing the curtains. She starts changing the carpet. She starts changing the furniture. She starts closing doors. She starts organizing things. And there's nothing wrong with it. I didn't say wrong. Did I say wrong? I did not say wrong. It could be okay for the right type of man. But just for an example, she starts transforming his home. And that's just the beginning. She starts transforming this guy's mind and his preferences as well, and actually reducing him to the man reducing him from the man he used to be to the man that she wants him to be, meaning she starts changing him. There are some women who are in relationships because they know they can change the man. Make him an upright citizen with a tight tie, walking around with tight pants on, and look like buckwheat, what's his name? Alfalfa. Or buckwheat, Steve Urkel. Big glasses, walking around. Yeah, I'm a married man. This is what we do. I'm this upstanding citizen. I pay my taxes on time, pay my bills on time. Whoop de whoop de whoop. Like Ed Flanders on the Simpsons. Just a good do-do-do-do. Good do-do-do morning. Good morning. Good morning, Homer Simpson. Hit do-do-do-do. Diddly-diddly-do. That's you. She'll do you like that. But in the back end, I'm trying to tell you, and I told you this before, on the back end, she don't really respect you. On the back end, you're really not her number one pick. On the back end, you are a Build-A-Bear. On the back end, if she really want to get her back blown out, I'm the guy to do it. Yeah, I said it. I'm just keeping it. I told you 100%. I've been there. I've done that. I've spoken to married women and they act like you don't exist. Why? Because you are compliant. Because you let her come into your world and change you. And now you walking around like a liar that you are because you're not really the man that you want to be. You less than what you used to be. You used to go to the gym all the time. You used to go golfing all the time. You used to go to the wrestling arenas every so often, hang out with the boys, go on motorcycle rides, hang out long at night, whatever you want to do. You used to do that. But now you're bonded. Now you change. You're soft now. And she will promise you at first, before she comes into your house or before y'all become serious enough to integrate your relationships together, she'll say, I'll never change you. I'll never keep you from doing what you want to do. I'll never be like the rest of the girls. Yeah, give her 10 years. Give her 10 years. You'll look like a guy that you won't even recognize. As I recall, in my situation, I told you about when my girls tried to tell me that they were the prize. And what would I do if they walked out? Okay? And I'm going to say it again, exactly what I said. Why I'm a different dude. Why this works out for me and it won't work out for everybody. Why I will, if I could, demand you not to do it. But I wouldn't suggest you do it. What I'm doing. Or what I do. Because it's not for everybody. I'm a different type of guy. Okay? But I told him. I said, listen, if you want to play that game, take your bags. Leave. And you will be replaced. I have an abundance mindset. And the moment you think that you're the prize, you get the hell out. You too, and you sitting over here on the couch. I can care less. In a minute, I'll turn the lights off and tell you to pack. Listen, the moment and I know they were playing, they were teasing, but I let them know I was serious as well to never even cross that line. I say, it don't matter. If you don't do it, you can leave, you will be replaced. There are 3 other girls that will replace your chairs immediately. Just give me a very short amount of time and you'll be looking outside of the window to us living our life as you could have, but you're not going to. I don't have a scarcity, did not have a scarcity mindset. As a matter of fact, like I told you before, that's what turned them on. That's what let them know that I mean business. They say, you know what? I love this guy. This guy is because he listen, I fight for my time, my freedom, and my space. I fight for the man that I am. I protect my manhood and my masculinity at all times. The moment a woman say, oh, I'm the prize, I'm the table. Oh, yeah, you take you and your so-called foldable table on out of that door. Don't come back. Have a conversation with a beta somewhere. I'm not a beta. Nor am I usable either. So I'm not taking out a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th date. If you don't act like you enthusiastic and you're interested in me, get the hell on somewhere and find some other peon. I'm not that. They even tried to throw the marriage card at me. Oh, let's get married. What's that called? A polygamy or something like that? Not polygyny. Polygamy. Like multiple wives. Let's get married. If we don't get married, then you won't take me serious. We need to get married, and then we'll be committed. Then they try to guilt me into it. Other people do it. In India and in over here, and some places in China. I said, listen. And I was wearing my shades at the time, right? I took my shades off, and I was sitting on a couch when I was having a conversation with them, like in an office, but try to make it as, calm as whatever, comfortable and all that. So I laid my shades on the coffee table. And of course you can hear it, like cling, because it was so quiet in the room. And I told her specifically, I said, listen, first of all, you can't guilt me into a man trap. That's number one. I know the marriage laws. I know the divorce court. I know about the troubles over there, you can say over here in America. Okay? And not only that, if you can't be committed to me where we are right now, what makes me think that you'll be committed to me later on? I don't have a scarcity mindset. As a matter of fact, I don't need you here. So you can't guilt me into marriage. You cannot force me mentally or do your Jedi mind trick to get me to get into your scheme of destruction where you can manipulate and control me. If you want to do that, take your bags, get your passport, and you get the hell out, because I will replace you. I have no time for stupidity. I'm not buying it. I'm going to stand on my mail card. This is what it is. This is my house. This is my way. It's my place. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here. This is free will, madams, ma'am, darling, baby girl, sweetheart, cupcakes, honey cups, boo-boo. I'm not forcing you to do anything against your will, but you damn sure ain't going to force me by your so-called manipulation to do what you want me to do. So you take your pick. Y'all can get your bags and your purses and leave the country from where you came from. I love you. I care about you. You're important. But as soon as you walk out that door, the lights are turned off. So make your decision. That right there turned the pages. Never heard anything from them ever since. They knew where I stood. They knew where I stood. There weren't no playing games with, oh, I want to have a child. I want to get married. I want to be with one man. Meaning, you know, have their own separate guys. And that was a conversation. I said, go ahead. You go have fun with it. Fine. You can do whatever you want. There's a door right there. I will escort you out. Make sure you get to your location safely. Other than that, you know, we can end it on good terms. I'm gonna shake your hand and pat you on the back and have fun with life. See how that works out for you. One girl cried because she's not from America. I told you before, all three of them not. When they start coming up with that, it's because they start watching TV, because they're smart girls. They're not stupid. They were watching TV. Do you know other countries watch America? Do you know that? They watch how we date night TV, and, you know, all these, you know, just terrible TV shows and some social media. Good thing that they weren't from here, because they couldn't see things face to face and hands on, but they thought they can play that game with me. However, one of the girls started crying. I asked her, said, why are you crying, baby? Sat next to her. Why are you crying? I didn't yell at you. I'm not forcing you to do anything. It's your choice. No, there's plenty of men here. If you want me to set you up with somebody, hey, I'm just trying to be nice now. Just trying to not ease her tears, keep her from crying. No, I want her to know that she has freedom and free will, that I'm not forcing her to do anything she don't want to do. I don't operate that way. I said, you're a grown woman. Make your choice. And she said, no, it's not that you was yelling at me. You didn't say anything wrong. She said, I'm not leaving because I love who you are as a man. I'm crying because I found me somebody who's a real man. You're not lying to me. You're straightforward. This girl watched a little bit more RP content than the other two girls. She knew about men making choices, high value men. And I'm not saying I'm a high value man. I'm just giving an example. What she was watching, high value males who have options. And if they chosen, they need to be happy. If they're in the presence of a decent man, they're not going to find another man who's going to spend their time, quality, their meat on them. Because in reality, ladies and gentlemen, there's more women than men, and in other states as well. It's almost like 17 to 1. 17 women to 1. What's the odds that a woman will find a man who don't want to just bounce with every last one of them? You put one man in a room of 17 women, give him a couple of years, and there's going to be probably some itchy scratchy, and there's going to be some discontentment, and he's gonna get down bad eventually because of the options that he had. So I told them, I said, you know what I did? I took you know how you filtering out food and wheat and stuff like that with a strainer? I told the 3 girls, I said, I'm not operating like that because I'm not dumb like most of these American soft soy ass men. I'm not as broken and desperate and senseless that like they are, where they'll put their vanilla sausage in anything and need to have go to the clinic and get a checkup or get a couple of pills to cleanse the stuff out of their body. I care more about myself than I said, so you know what? I chose you. I took the strainer, I filtered you out and said, okay, I'm going to give y'all an opportunity. This is where I'm going to be. If y'all don't want it, you know, I can just turn the strainer upside down. You can fall off. I'll just do it again. Find another batch. See, you know what men do today? The modern man, the modern soft Pillsbury, mama raised, soft, traditional backwash of a dude. Yeah, I said backwash. You know what backwash is? You know what it is? Have you ever... we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. Leftovers. Men don't really care about them. Y'all don't really care about yourself enough. Y'all don't really think about what's happening to you. Because a lot of times, these married men, they think they know everything. They think they can out-talk you sometimes. They'll bluff as much as they want to, but they don't understand they're being beefed up by their mother at home called wife. To think he knows everything, but you can practically run circles around him. You know everything. You know more about the RP, you know more about what's going on in the world. You have all the information, the latest information on the newspaper. You've been studying, you've been around people. You've been in classes. You know where this married man is? At home. You know where he is? On duty when he goes home. You know he can't go everywhere. You know he can't do everything that he wanted to do as a man because he made a commitment. He settled down. That's what he did. Now, when women say they settled down, I told you about what it means to be settled down and saddle up. Men are the prize. Men are the goal. So women aren't settling down. They saddle up. When men make bad choices and they get married out of desperation because they got one itis, because they think that this is one woman for the rest of his life, just the idea of that makes me sick. Just the thought of it almost reminds me of just eating a pack of ramen noodles for a good 12 years. No, I didn't do that. I know people that have. Or you got this one piece of meat or this plate of food that you have to eat for 12 to 30 years. Are you out of your mind? You're going to get so sick of this food, even if you look at it, it's going to make you go to the bathroom. Now, I'm not saying that that's what women are. No, don't get it twisted. I'm giving an example of what happens when you burn yourself by doing something constantly over and over again. It gets dry. It gets dull. It gets tasteless. It loses its flair and its fervor. Have you ever heard of the expression, we just fallen out of love? We just fallen out of relationship? No, it's not that. It's not that at all. No. Y'all signed up to be limited. That's what it is. I find it very intriguing that men do this to themselves. And the bothersome part is these guys think they know everything. Talking to a married man is like talking to a grown child sometimes. Because the only thing they know how to talk about is sports, or what they saw on a Channel 9 news, if that still exists, on the television screen, or vaguely what other people said. And they're constantly on the move. You're constantly going because you have kids at home, you got a wife, you're always busy. You don't have time for yourself. So what they lie about, listen, here's a Shangri-La right here. Here's the Shangri-La, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the real argument comes into play right here. In facts. If you took away anything from this audio, take this one away right here. This is what really matters, and this is what I really want to get to. Everything else was just a build-up to this point right here. These men will lie to other men and act like they have all the time in the world. They go home to their own man cave. They got time to meditate. They got time to play Madden football on some video game. They got time to sit down in their garden outside of their house. They got time to stand outside their house and smoke a cigar for a good hour and have a conversation with his homies. That they got time to go and take trips all by themselves. That they have the freedom that they used to have when they were single. No, the hell you don't. You're lying, SO, because your mindset is twisted. Because they lied to themselves and they lied to you and they lied to their homies around them. You didn't fight for, I know full damn well, you didn't fight as hard as you thought you did for your little bitty freedoms that you get when you married. You got to work every day. Marriage takes work. You're not like me. A lot of you men don't even understand what it means to stand on your masculine square. Y'all transform to be the females yourself. As a matter of fact, most times she's more testosterone filled than your ass is. She out there cutting logs and driving your truck and doing 5 or 6 different things at one time. Your funny looking couch potato butt is sitting there in front of the television watching Netflix and eating a damn bowl of ice cream. Got nerve to get in my face, talk about you got all the time in the world. No, you don't, you peon. No, you don't. You can't tell me that you do. I've been around you guys before. I tested you before. Me and my girls. Like, hey, let's go. We're getting ready to go over here in Chicago and we about to do. No, I can't do it, man, because my mommy at home said I can't do it because, you know, I got kids. I got responsibility. And you know what these bozos say? Because that's what a man should do. Oh, really? That's what a man should do? As if that's going to be the protocol of a man's status on earth. That's just what a man's supposed to do. If you held your man card like you should have, there will be no such thing as divorce. Because you'll hold women to a standard and to a protocol that's unbroken. You'll lead the future in a proper direction, but you know what? There's too many of you blue pill betas that are getting in the damn way. That's your problem. If there was ever, and I'm not saying that it is, but if there was ever a war between the RP and alpha men versus you peon betas, oh my, let me stop. Let me stop. You're in the way of us trying to make proper progress in the world today. Trying to help men be better, listen, we're trying to pull your balls back down that you got stuck up in your mangina and make you walk with your shoulders square, your chest out, and act like you got some damn sense. That's what we're trying to do. But y'all still going by the broken traditional mindset. You still going by the programming that was given to you by your mommy. My mommy said, still sucking on her nipple, you 50 or 40 something years old. My mama. Man, you better get the hell out of here. Talking about you got all the time in the world. Then when I come to you, say, hey man, we about to hook up on the weekend. No man, I can't do it because you know, me and the wife, man, we gotta go. We gotta do the thing. You know what I mean? You know, I gotta keep the wife happy, man. I gotta provide for her, man. I gotta put a smile on her face, man. I gotta do what I do, man, because I'm a man. It's responsibility, my homie. That's just what I do, man. You know, that's what you're supposed to do, man. You a man, right? It's what you do. One of my girls behind his back, because she's not going to do it front because, you know, for a while I'm going to have to put him 6 feet under. But, you know, she'll be like, you know, middle finger and walk away. But what the hell she just do? Yep. I got good ones like that. And wish you would jump. Because she'll do it. I chose her that way. That's the reason why I chose them. They're the elites. She won't even explain to you why. She'll just lift her finger up and say, here you go, sir, and walk away. Like, damn, what? Did she just do it? Yeah, she did. Have a nice day. I'll see you in divorce court. No, as a matter of fact, I'll watch you on TV. I'll watch you 10 years from now. Saggy, Paggy, Duns, Dooney, Booty, Supelo, and ridiculous. You want to know what that means? Worthless. In a different language. Because y'all become that. Now you ask me, what are you trying to say, Morpheus? Are you wanting us men to just be like you and have multiple women? No. As I told you, that's not what I want you to do, and I don't recommend it at all. No. Because you're not ready for it, and if you was ready for it, you would have done it already without my instructions or without me saying that I've done it or doing it. That's not a matter of question. Either you are or you not, bozo, or Ralph the dog, donkey dunking machine without a head. What I'm saying is, you men are trying to create a future and reach the finish line with a V6 Ford Mustang and think that you can get somewhere. And you got fake badges on the outside of your car talking about this is Shelby. This is 5.0. This is beefed up. Supercharged, 550 horses, but you got a V6 damn engine. Buddy, there's a difference between a V6 and the real Shelby, the real V8 monster Cobra. There's a difference. A lot of you men think, yeah, marriage isn't for everybody, but it works out for some of them because that's just what you want. If you survive, good luck. Good, you survived. And especially in a monogamous relationship, which most of you aren't, because I see you staring at girls and women and trying to get their number, and you married. Yes, women, they do. I watch you. You're uncommitted. You get married to one woman, and then when we go out to a convention center or to a meeting, or when we go meet up somewhere with other people, you're the first one to try to act like you're not married and try to hook up with another girl, knowing that you got a wife at. You know what? Get the hell out of here with that. Get out of here. You know what? What makes it bad? It's a different story if his wife knew about it and didn't care. It'd be a different story if he told her, yeah, I'm not monogamous and I just want you to be a decent wife for me, but I'm not really going to, well, I'm going to be seeing other girls, sweetheart. I'm just going to be seeing other women. That, I can respect that. None of my business. Okay. Okay. More power to you. Good relationship. That's your agreement. Fair enough. But these men don't say that, people. Most of the men, and in my experience and what I have studied, they're not men enough to tell the truth. They're not men enough to be honest, not with themselves, nor even to their own wives. So they will promise you commitment and love and honor, and you're the only one that I'm going to stick my little bitty vanilla sausage inside of. But yet, when they get the first opportunity to jump on a rabbit, they're going to do it because they're not real with themselves. I don't live that type of lifestyle. The car I respect is a actual Ford Mustang with the beefed up V8 engine that it's supposed to have. There's a difference. You know how I can tell? When y'all get on a drag strip, when you race. One of my buddies wanted to show me his Camaro that I really don't like anyway. But he wanted to show me his Camaro. He was just so eager. Man, come on, man. I want to test drive. I want you, since you're, man, come on. Come on, man. Come on, professor. I don't know why they call me that, but it's okay. I told him it's for a joke, but now people are taking it serious. But, oh, okay. You know, fine. Right? And I'll be correcting them. No, it's just Leon CM. No, you're professor. You're professor. Now you're just going to stick it to me now? Anyhow, so he's like, man, I want you to see this car, man. It's nice. I'm not impressed anyway, because I'm not impressed. I never was. You know, I'm into the old Camaros. This stuff here is for kids. Anyhow, yeah, I told you, some of you ain't gonna like, you know, I got a Camaro. What you talking about, Morpheus? And I got the V8 engine. Yeah, shut up. That's for a different channel. Okay, if you want to get into car talk, go to Scotty Skillman's channel, Scotty. Or you go talk to Doug DeMuro. Don't come talk to me. Because I'm going to roast you before we begin. Don't even start. Because as much as Doug DeMuro know about cars, I do too. And you don't want me to start talking about cars because I'll make you hate your car. Don't start. As a matter of fact, I'll roast you so bad, I'll make you sell your car tomorrow. So you shut the hell up right now. I don't play that joke. Listen, joke. I don't play with you. I don't have time for it. I'm trying to be real nice. I'm just telling you, I'm not impressed. You couldn't even give it to me. Say, oh, you can have it. It's for free. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tear it up that first day and send it to the junkyard. That's what I'm gonna do. Whether you like it or not, Chevy's gonna be pissed off. What did you do to the Camaro? Oh, it's trashed. I wrapped it around a tree, then I made it roll over like 5 or 6 different times after I jumped out of it. There's your garbage. Come pick it up and we're done. Let me get me something else. Anyhow, so you hate Camaros now. I see. Now, you know what? Let's not talk about it. You don't know why I'm doing it. And as a matter of fact, you don't know why because you don't listen to me. You only hear me. I've spoken about this in several audios back. If you skipped it, well, hey, too bad. I'll hold you to adulthood over here. Some people say, well, I don't expect you to go to the earlier videos and channels because, it's so far. You know what? No, we're adults here. You know what you do in the library? You read old books. When you study from old books. You don't study from the new books because you're not going to know how that new book began if you don't go to the past. So I'm going to hold you to your adulthood. You can't be responsible, put the shut to the up, go somewhere else and remain the modern day moron that you probably are already. Put a plug in it. My standards is actually the Shangri-La, getting the Ford Mustang with the V8 supercharged engine. So anyhow, I'm driving I'm in the passenger seat of this guy's Camaro, really wanting to jump out of it. I didn't want to be there. Okay. And here come a Ford Mustang trying to challenge the Camaro. And they did a drag race wherever it was at in some unknown street, some unknown area at some unknown time. And the Camaro won. It wasn't because it was a Camaro. He had a nice little engine in it. I'm not going to say, but it wasn't a V8. It wasn't all beefed up and everything. But I looked at the Ford Mustang. I said, there's no way he's going to beat this Ford Mustang. Because I know this. I knew his car. I knew what the guy who had the Camaro was packing. So I also knew that if he was going up against a V8 supercharged Mustang Shelby, there's no, sir. No, sir. No, you may have a little leadway, but give him a little time. That Mustang's going to be trotting right next to you and then in front of you. As it should. But he didn't do it. He started lagging behind. The Ford Mustang did. And I said, no, that got to be a V6 engine, just like you married men. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Uh-oh. There it is. Bingo. Tito. start lagging behind, getting weaker, softer, non-performing as he could have. Secondary rate, 3/4 human being. I didn't say he was a 3/4 human being. I'm just saying. I didn't say you was. I'm giving you examples. So don't try to cut this clip and say, oh my God, Morpheus is calling married men 3/4 men. Well, you know, what am I? I got 3 companions. So put the shut to the up. That means I'm even worse than you. But don't get it twisted. They're not like you, nor your wife. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. So moving on. There's a difference. So what men will usually do, which is very funny, once again, is they'll rebash themselves because the Ford Mustang looked like it can do something. It had like stripes on it. Oh, nice paint job, nice woods. I mean, I thought the Camaro was going to get smoked, and the guy who was my friend was just going to be, oh my God, I got beat. Well, it was expected, right? So, you know, we pull over to the side, and the guy in the Ford Mustang, he was like, oh, that was a good bout, man. You smoked me. That was a good race. I said, you got a V6, don't you? He said, oh man, how do you know? Oh, I get it. You don't hit basketball no more, do you? Listen. Oh, your stamina is low, dude. Wait a minute. You don't go to the gym. Like, wait a minute. Is that a powder keg you packing underneath that shirt? Oh man, your arm wrestling skills is weak, dude. Oh, you don't skate? You can't even skate for a good 20 minutes without running out of breath. Oh, you a bench sitter. Oh, I see. Oh, all you know how to do is sit in your goddamn office all day and eat Twinkies, Ho-Ho, and other fast food places and Jimmy John's. And now when it comes to real life, you don't even know what it is because you got to go home to the wife. Oh, I get it. I get it. The professor understands clearly. Because he asked me, how did you know that? I said, well, by your performance, because this is not how this Mustang's supposed to run. This horse isn't supposed to run like this, sir. I know because you're weak. I know because, listen, the future. I know because how the world is running today. I know because how modern marriages are being ran. I know because you're in a gynocentric situation. I know because you're in bed with a feminist. I know because you're the employee, she's your boss. Now, again, I don't say anything's wrong with it. I'm talking about human, his life. And you can put that in other inferences in situations such as having a boss mentality, being a boss babe, and he's the passenger seat driver. He's the scrub sitting on the passenger seat in his own damn car, and she's driving him all over the damn place. The married man with a bow tie. The gimp, simp. So yeah, I know that. He's like, man, you hit it right on the nail. He opened up the hood. Sure enough, V6 engine. And I had to roast him. Because if I'm real with you, I'm real with everybody. This is the way that I am with everybody. That's why they don't like me. Too bad. That's where I get the name Morpheus from, because I'm cold and I pull out things from places where they wasn't thinking about. And I asked him, I said, why are you lying to me and you lied to yourself? He said, what do you mean, man? What? I said, why would you race knowing that you're going to lose, knowing that you're not packing what you need to pack, knowing that you are insufficient? You knew this, but you tried it anyway, thinking that you was going to get somewhere with this little bitty V6 engine. Why did you even, I mean, it was a fun race, but why'd you waste your goddamn time? You a joke to yourself. And I said, why don't you go ahead and get you a V8 engine, man? Why don't you get you a Shelby? Why don't you get you a Ford Mustang? Get you a 5.0 bozo. And why are you, what's the point? What's the point of having a sports car when you're going to dumb down the engine? Can y'all explain that to me? Can you explain that to me? Do you know a salesman tried to sell me a Ford Mustang a couple of years ago with a V6 engine? I damn near was getting ready to pick him up off of the ground. No, I'm being honest with you. No, I'm being honest with you. No, I'm serious. He was getting ready to be lifted off of the ground with his feet dangling. Like you see on cartoons. I wasn't playing. But I had to stop myself. And my girls are always, they'll give me a look. They know what's going to happen ahead of time. When something stupid happens, they'll be the first to probably push you off, push me down, and just, let's go. Get out of here. Let's go. Because they know when I stop smiling and I get quiet, you effed up. No, it's not that deep, but I have a standard that's solid. Because you men don't. I have a thing that's called being real all the way through. What that means is this. It's like this. Why am I going to buy a car at less than what it can be? Meaning, I'm going to get a Dodge Challenger with a V6. No, with a V6 engine. I didn't get a Dodge Challenger. Call it a Challenger with a V6 engine. What the hell am I going to challenge? A fly? No, give me the jar with the Hemi engine in it. Give me the whole damn thing. Give me the Hellcat, Demon, Red Eye. Call it the Demon Blue Eye as far as I'm concerned. I don't effing care. Make sure that this thing is exactly the best that you got to offer. Don't give me something with some 2-cylinder in it. What kind of man you think I am? Do I look passive to you and soft? You better give me the effing thing that's back there hiding in the garage that you got keeping for your elite buyers and customers. I know you got it in the showroom somewhere. You just try to keep it for that special VIP person. You better get the hell out of here or lose your damn job. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you men accept low-hanging fruit. You're single. Let me stop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. You don't get what I'm saying. Married men say they're comfortable with that. They got a V6 engine lifestyle and they're fine. Yeah, I've been married for 40 years. I'm bald. I'm like 320 pounds. My face stink. My feet stink. My butt smells like ass everywhere I go. My teeth is damn near yellow. I don't bowl like I used to. I used to have hobbies. Now they're gone. Now when I go home, my wife dresses me. You're a grown damn child. You're talking about, oh, my life is perfect. I got time to myself. You don't even have time to brush your teeth, let alone live your life like a man. But you telling me that you live in a perfect life. Stop lying to me. No different than that V6 Ford Mustang, thinking that you're going to get on a merit, thinking that you're going to race something. You're going to put a V6 Ford Mustang against a Dodge Demon? Are you stupid? That's your lifestyle. Men who know themselves, they're like a Dodge Demon or the Ford Mustang supercharged engine. That's them. They get in places. You stand there, I'm doing just fine, pucking down the road in economy style. Eco-friendly. Or some of you electric. Soy drinkers. No, it's amazing. It's just amazing. Y'all need to start getting real with yourself and start being men like you're supposed to be. Stop lying to yourself. Oh, we're doing just fine. Yeah, who paid? Yeah, who's telling you what to do? Who's your ruler? Your mommy at home. Yeah, your wife. Let you slip up. She's going to be calling you every 5 minutes. Where you at? What you doing? You can't buy that. As a matter of fact, you can't even buy anything without her approval because she's watching you. Because she's going to be upset if you spend your money somewhere else because you want to put yourself in that traditional gridlock. Knowing if you slip up, she's going to walk away from you and put your butt on alimony and divorce rob you because you was weak enough to fall for the scheme. Got nerve to call yourself a high-powered vehicle. You some budget, buy here, pay here piece of garbage. Ridiculous soft mindset. You want us to respect you. I don't respect a Ford Mustang with a V6 engine and you call it a Ford Mustang. You better give me the V8 engine Mustang. I'll respect that because it's exactly what it is. Trying to play me. No, you're not a man. Oh, that's what we're supposed to do. No, you're not a man if you put yourself in a system like that. Then everything is taken from you 1 year at a time. Give you 20 years, you're looking like the Twinkie that you eat. Now, let's not get it twisted. I mean no disrespect. I know that our lives are different and we have a different sort of responsibility as men that we need to take care of individually. But I truly know in my soul that I need to start holding men accountable as well, because we are supposed to be leaders and we're supposed to be in our square. this present day would not be here if men haven't dropped the ball. Have you ever heard an expression that men are losing and women are winning? And it's not about biasness. Again, it's not about misogyny or the hatred of women. I got 3 of them, so go shut your mouth. Once again, how am I going to hate them? Okay? It's about men are supposed to take the leadership role and stay on their square. The only way y'all do it is traditionally. That don't work anymore. It's a new world because y'all was slipping and your ass was sleeping and you thought you could win with a V6 engine. That's why you're not meeting the checker flag. But every other woman, every other country, yeah, I said country, is in a V8 supercharged engine leaving your ass behind. And then you want to get upset when you disenfranchised, when you're struggling, when the court system don't care about you and women are divorcing you 80% of the time. How are they going to divorce you 80% of the time, bozo, if you ain't getting married? But you want to know why? Because I truly love the Lord. Do, 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 do. I truly love the Lord. For all he has done for me. On your knees all the damn time. Then your complaint or your statement is all the time, well, that's just what men do. We ought to serve others. Men are supposed to do this because that's what my mama said do. And my dad said, I'm supposed to work my fingers to the bone. At a disadvantage, bozo? Really? Your dad told you to drive around in a V6 engine and think you're going to win races? Are you stupid? Unless you're in an F1 car. That's a different story. I don't know about the Formula 1 car. I'm not talking, don't be stupid. I told you, don't play with me. I know a lot about cars, probably more than what you think I know. I know about the Formula 1 cars. And I'm not saying the V6 engine can't win. But you are surely at a disadvantage when that next engine has even more compartments of power and potential than your little bitty V6 engine. Now you're really going to be swamped. Maybe you can win against a V8 engine that might be naturally aspirated and is not so tuned up like a Lexus or something like that. But if you are going against the next car that it is beefed up and it is super tuned as well as yours, and it's a V8, you might as well call it a loss. And that's what's going on with you people. It's a power struggle, and power is being taken from you because you're giving it up, because you don't got it. All right, no, you know what? Let's go ahead and be real. No, y'all got 4-cylinder engines. That's what you got. And you're trying to tug and pull your life with a 4-cylinder engine. Look at your world today. Look at your, look at you go ahead and look for yourself. Is that working for you? Is it working for you that your great-great-grandchild isn't going to find him a decent wife in the future because you did your job quite well? You got an infrastructure where the ecosystem, the economy, the systems are crashing, going down here. People are fighting, destroying each other. Yeah, they've been doing that for years. I get it. They've been doing that for years. But yet all the systems and the things that the way that the new world is operating isn't quite favorable. You're supposed to get better, not worse. You funny looking clowns are getting worse, not better. Because a lot of men are starting to tuck their tail in and walk away. You ain't fighting for shh anymore. Because you passive now. You soft like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Then you want to still talk about, oh, I'm a man. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm still going to be traditional. I've been married for 20 years. That's just what I'm supposed to do. Well, you know what? We don't need you anyway. That's why with some military people, you got to go through basic training first in order for you to even get into the system. Basic training to see where you line up at. And that's where you're going to get your programming and see where your health really is. And if you're a pudge ball, you soft and you ridiculous, your ass is packing up and you going home. And that's where a lot of you men end up going. It's called the divorce court. It's called alimony. It's called being alone for the rest of your damn life. And it's called being separated from women because they don't want to stand. They can't stand your ass because you're too weak. You're a beta that they're going to keep asking you for dinner, and you're going to give it to her because you think that's the only way to get validation from her to do whatever she tell you to do, because you passive and you soft. That's why your face is as big as your belly and your stomach, because you don't think straight. But like, damn, is that a boy or a man? You look like he's a boy. Still got your peach, still got that baby fat all in your face. Talking about, I'm married, with this band around your ring. Can't even get out of the truck that you call yourself being a man in. You know, what do you call these trucks? It's Chevy Silverado extended all the way up. Thinking you're doing something. Yeah, man, that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, we down home. Yeah, my dude. That's what's up. I'm a man. Yeah, I got like 3 kids. I'm married. You can't tell me nothing. Missing 2 teeth in the front. Oh, so your truck constitute for what you're missing. Oh, I get it. I get it. I understand. That's almost like other cultures and people that got to get them a classy, no, not a classy car. Got to get them a flashy car with a color painted paint job that you can actually mirror yourself on some stagecoach wheels or 23-inch wheels to let everybody look at me. Everybody look at me with a paint job that's more expensive than their house. Because they're living in their mama's basement. They're actually living in their wife's house. Do you know that their woman probably helped them buy that car? And they're just talking about, look at me. Parking their car on the corner of a gas station so everybody can look at. On his spinners with his spinning wheels. Right? And his loud kicker system that you can hear like 12 blocks away. Because I want you to see me and I want you to hear me, because I need validation from the people, because I'm not man enough to give my own self my own goddamn validation. And you want to sit there and call yourself a man, or he want to call himself a man. Get the hell out of here. This present day that we have today is because you dropped the ball. You wasn't a man and you didn't do what you were supposed to do as a man. Got nerve to talk about, oh, this is just what it's supposed to be. This is where we are as a country because we were men. Oh, so you mean to tell me that, let's just say, every man in existence was automatically just powerless and disenfranchised? From Elon Musk all the way to Bill Gates to, you a funny joke. So every man could not change the scale? No. The thing is, we have power, but instead of using power for a proper future, you got soft. That's what you did. You decided to become a beta instead of an alpha, or just a plain masculine male and stay on your square because you too squared. Oh, you know, they hate masculine men. You know, we get disenfranchised. We get talked about. You know, we can lose our places. We can lose our job if we say what we really need to say. You know, I'm just going to tuck my tail and be a little girl and pretend to play nice in the sandbox. Oh, where'd that get you today? Ah, I get it. No future. I get it. So when you don't do anything, the betas who have power give that power to other people who's going to destroy your country. And that's what you're getting. Because instead of you passing the football like you're supposed to, dummy, instead of you punting like you're supposed to, you got a full team there. Instead of you supposed to do your running game and your passing game, tackle, run, blitz, confuse, twist around, dodge over and under. You don't do it. You're saying, well, you know, it's just the way it is. Men are being disenfranchised because men are being disenfranchised. No, you're letting it be taken away from you. That's what you're doing. Because you ain't doing nothing. If you do nothing, you get nothing. I said this before in one of my recent audios. It's the same thing. Or just about. When y'all do nothing, you get nothing, but you're going to get whatever they give you. And whatever they give you is not what they want, it's what they want for you. You're going to get leftovers, and guess what you become? What did I just say a few minutes ago? Valid points. You become backwash. Now you see why I say backwash men? Backwash. Leftovers. Spittle. What they don't want. I got 5 people drinking out of the bottle. 5 organizations, 5 systems, 5 programs, 5 governments, or whatever else, drinking from a bottle. And what do you get left? When they don't want it, you're going to get the leftovers as a man. Because I'm a man, I just made like a pack mule. Yeah, you are, fatty. Yeah, you are. You know, it'd be nice if most men stop thinking with their Vanilla Sacha and start thinking with their head. Why do you have 50? Let me stop. How the hell can OnlyFans make so much money and the prawn industry make so much money if you men were men? Yeah, I said it. You heard it here right now. How? I don't have, listen. Do you know I got my 3 girls? I never have to. Never have to. You won't find me listen, they're right there. And if they were my wife, guess what? There's 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2. 1 and 3, or 1, 2 and 3, or 2, 3 and 2, 1. While you roll over and all you got is 1. And guess what you do as a married man? Get up in the middle of the night. You got to turn on your internet. You got to go on OnlyFans and have some fun there because your spaghetti has gone dry because you're a man. And real men are about variety. I knew how to protect myself from that a long time ago by understanding that I am a man, and I'm a man of means, I'm a man of options, I'm a man of possibilities, and I'm a man of value as well. So I vowed not to be like you, stuck in a rut. I don't put money on OnlyFans. I don't, listen, and y'all gonna think this is really crazy, but it's true. I've never been in a strip club ever. Never been. I don't promote women to, now, you're not going to like this either, but this is my opinion. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I don't promote women to do what I wouldn't want my daughter to do. I don't have one. I'm just saying if I did have a daughter. Okay. I would not promote a woman to expose herself like that sexually where it not at all. So why should you? But you know what? Men don't think. So it's again, it proves my point. You say, oh, Morpheus is talking crazy. No, this is another alpha who's out of his mind. No, look at the statistics. Why would an OnlyFans model make $10,000 a month or something like that? Or less, give or take. Who's paying her bill? Who's doing that? You men are. You desperate. Let me stop. That's enough. Let me stop. I'm going to end this audio because it can go on. It can keep going on. The problem is you're going to have 20 to 30% men who get the drift, who's are peeled and they are getting their life in order. But the rest of them, that's the problem. You got the rest of the men in the country is these soy drinking, soft pampers under their breeches dudes, show offs, get their mommy's money, go get brand new cars just for women to jump in the passenger seat, suck up, muck up type of strange creatures from a different planet and the undercrows from some damn where, which is an issue that you're dealing with in your country. Men are supposed to lead, not follow. They're supposed to make the way, not follow the way. They're supposed to be creators and sensible and logical and not think with their Vanilla Sachas, but with their logical mind that the universe had gave you to do. But when you don't do it, somebody else will. Walking around with a V8 badge on your chest. I mean, no, a V6 badge on your chest, thinking that you're the best thing that life has to offer. The hell you not. You're a boy in woman's panties and have no idea. No idea. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and end this. The reason why it's always about this on my channel about married men, because a lot of them think they don't need to do anything. They got the prize already when they supposed to be the prize. Oh, I'm married, so I got my wife. She's my trophy wife. Trophy wife? What the? What? Listen, if my girls ever said they're my trophy girls, do you know how fast they'll be out of there? They know better than that. No, they know better. They know better. If that came out of their mouth, they just got to declaring the end of the relationship. They can leave. They're going to, actually, as a matter of fact, they will be gone before it even come out of their mouth. I don't do that. But you funny dudes, oh, this is a trophy wife, so I don't have to fight for America. I don't have to fight for the future. I don't have to try no more to be a man. Let me just worry about my own little bitty house. I'm just fine. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to retire and pass away like pushing up daisies and becoming one with earth and the maggots and the parasites in the ground. You have no idea what type of responsibility that you have as a man. And just like I said about all people in my other audio, men come first with the responsibility. What do you got your mind for? What do you have your bulk for? What do you have this density that you have for? Why are you considered as, let me stop. Let me stop, because this doesn't stop. Because I'm going to have to stop it. I have zero, this is my zero tolerance. It's just my zero tolerance. And I won't be surprised if my name's changed from Leon C. Morpheus to Professor Whoop-Ass. Men's channel, Professor Whoop-Ass, because that's what it's transforming into. Because we need some coaching around here. Y'all need to understand what a real man really is and what it's supposed to be. Well, you know, I'm a child of God, and real men, they're traditional, and they get married, and they settle down. Oh, so now you're speaking from your computer chip in your little bitty head, and the soy is warming up in your veins, and you think that, no, sir, no, you're wrong. This is 2020s. You need to recalculate your thinking, because you failed the last mission, sir. You failed the last war, sir, and you're losing now. And because of that, we're all suffering. So we got to come up with a different game plan. Your game plan is not working, because if you keep going, there will be no marriage and there will be no relationship in the future. Your son will never find a dutiful virginous wife. Your daughter will never find her a decent man, because she's going to do exactly what the other girls are doing, because you're such a great man to understand this. No, you're not. You're a V6 driving moron. Y'all men need to wake the hell up. Stop acting like little boys and understand what's truly going on in the universe. The time for that traditional dumb stuff is finished. And stop lying to yourself. If you don't have time to live, you don't have time to live. Meaning you're not living your life. You're not meditating. You're not golfing. You're not doing basketball, nothing like you used to, because you tamped yourself down. Just admit it. You're in a marital prison. Don't come to my face lying to me talking about, oh, Morpheus, I'm just like you. No, you're not. You're not like me. I can go and do whatever the hell I want to do. You cannot. Your girls are going to always be, over your shoulder. My girls know better. Not yours. Oh, I'm what I used to be. Oh, then why are you 5'9"? You're 340 pounds. You can't see your toes. You got 5 chins. You still got Doritos stuck in your hair chest, on your chest. Your belly button is bigger than the hubcaps on your car. And every time you stand up, it smells like you've been sitting down on the toilet the entire time. And everywhere you go, your breath smells like a crocodile. And your golfing skills is terrible. And the last time you went and took a walk down the sidewalk was just from your yard to the front of the mailbox and back. But you're going to tell me that you're still the same VIP football player and very athletic young man that you used to be. Go sit your ass down. Go sit down somewhere. Go sit down somewhere. You changed and you know it. You're just a liar to yourself. You're a liar to your wife and everybody else. Man up. Yeah, I said it. Man up. And get real.